What's up, guys? It's Allie, Nick, and DeVante. We are here with the Hollywood Life tea drop. I don't know. It just felt right. Anyway, obviously last week, right when we filmed the tea drop, we were like, I don't think that Kim and Kanye, actually I said, I don't think Kim and Kanye are ever going to get divorced. They're going to be together forever. And literally 2 hours later, she filed for divorce. So there's a lot of mixed reactions. And so we're just going to discuss that today. We're going to talk about some things we're hearing at Hollywood Life. But to start, I mean, were you guys, DeVante and Nick, like what do you feel? Are you okay? Is it sad for you? Tell me your feelings.
I'm a little sore right now. I honestly was hoping for the best, hoping they would work things out because I do like them together, despite the stuff that, you know, he drags her into. I still think they're kind of a great couple and they parent well. I think they got to do what they got to do. And if that's what's best for them, then, you know, they got to do it.
I just felt bad because I felt like I jinxed it. Like you said, it was right after we had just said something. So it's just like, oh yeah, I think it's over. And then all of a sudden she pulls the plug. It's just like, oh really, DeVante? Oh, I'll show you. And she did it. So I don't know. I felt like I dared her, like indirectly.
In my opinion, I had a lot of friends who were like pretty sad. Like they feel bad. And once I kind of like sat in it for a second, I feel really bad for Kim. I really do, because I do believe that they were in love. I do believe he was good for her at a point in her life. Obviously, he has transformed her style. He's made her his muse, and they've done a lot of good together. But I think that, you know, in a lot of marriages, like when people get divorced, they've either outgrown each other or fallen out of love with each other. And I don't think it was the latter. I don't think that she fell out of love with him. I think that she outgrew him in that he wasn't willing to grow with her, which is what we are hearing and what other outlets are hearing as well. Just people are reporting he wasn't willing to work with her. He wasn't willing to build on this relationship. And who knows what that necessarily means, whether it's that he wouldn't get the help that he needs and wasn't willing to prioritize his health, or it was just that, you know, he was trying to kind of control her, which we've seen. He wanted to control what she was wearing and her image and all of this stuff that, you know, I'm sad for her. I'm sure she wanted her marriage to work. I don't think anyone really wants to get divorced.
Like I remembered Chris Humphries, but I totally forgot about Damon Thomas. So to be like, oh, this is the third divorce, like that really made me feel bad for her, because it's just like, well, damn, you know, like, no offense to J-Lo, but like, you don't want to throw a divorce.
But also,
leave J-Lo out of this. She's a national treasure.
This is different as well because there's kids, you know? I think one thing, if it's after like several months and you weren't fit for each other and you're very young and things like that, there's kids involved here. There's a lot of kids involved here. And she had divorced parents. And I think that it's important for all of the girls, the Kardashian girls, to not have their kids grow up without a dad, because they did have to do that. And so I can't imagine. I think it is hard. And so speaking of the kids at Hollywood Life, we are hearing exclusively Kim sat down north, kind of talked her through what was happening. And, you know, she understands as much as she can what's going on. You can tell that North is pretty wise beyond her years too.
Yeah.
And she's a daddy's girl. She is. I mean, she's performed at his events. She's the apple of his eye.
What's good for her kids in a way is that their family has been always they have a strong support system. Like she has Kris Jenner, she has Kourtney Kardashian, she has Khloe. So these kids are going to have like the rest of these family members and these siblings to help them through it. And I think that's important. When you don't have a support system like that, that's where a split like this could be really devastating for them growing up. And I think, you know, I think it's a very different dynamic. So they have that little bit of a luxury in that sense. Well, I mean, we'll see. But the good thing is that they're good co-parents, I believe.
Well, I just am curious to see what Kanye's next step is going to be, because also we had heard that the final straw for Kim was him not getting help and getting the help with his mental health. You know, obviously his presidential run and everything that was said and done throughout that played a role. And now I'm curious if this was a wake-up call and he's going to get help, or now he's just going to spiral even more out of control.
Yeah, that is like a good thing to ponder, because I feel like the last time we saw a huge shift in Kanye was when he lost his mom. And this isn't that same type of loss, but it is a woman in his life that like he really loves and cares about deeply. So to lose her on the level that he is, like it is going to be interesting to see which way he goes. But I am really hoping it's the help he needs and stuff like that. And whether we get 808s and heartbreaks too, that we'll see. But could be.
Yeah, cool. I definitely agree. Well, and you guys were talking about a little bit before, you know, stable relationships within the Jenner family. And it's kind of interesting that we see Kylie, who, you know, got pregnant unplanned.
Rather quickly
With Travis Scott. And they, you know, while they're not necessarily together, they seem to have an incredibly stable and consistent relationship.
Yep.
Yeah, we don't see a lot of drama between these two. I mean, out of every couple you can think of in that family and co-parenting together or whatnot, we're never going to see that like Kylie and Travis cheating episode, or, you know, like, oh, he's not there for me, or, you know, Kylie's out of bounds on something. Like, they've done such a good job, and I don't know if it's like PR teams keeping everything under wraps or what is going on, but, you know, they seem to have like this mutual understanding. And I'm not sure, you know, what that is attributed to. Maybe it's just Kylie's personality, maybe because she's seen how her sisters have handled their co-parenting relationships, like good and bad. And, you know, she's been familiar in that territory. So maybe she knows how to deal with someone that maybe doesn't want like a committed relationship at the moment, even though they have, you know, a child within the first year of dating. Maybe the marriage thing in Hollywood is also an issue, because when you have a marriage, you're feeling like you have to pressure and expectations. And when you're not married, you know, there's no like expectations or anything like that. You kind of just go with the flow a little bit, and maybe that, like, in that environment, they're able to last a little bit longer.
Yeah,
and get to know each other more.
I think that helps them.
What do you think, Allie? What are your thoughts?
To be completely honest, I think it's stormy. I think that the love that they both have for their kid is why they make things work. It's the same with Tristan and Khloe. And the
True.
love for, and Khloe has said this. Khloe said this. The love that she has for True extends over any shit Tristan has done, because she wants someone there for her kid, and she wants the kid to have a relationship with her dad. And so I think that Travis, and kudos to Travis. Kylie loves Stormy. Kylie's gonna be a good mom to Stormy no matter what. It's Kylie and Stormy. Travis is a good dad, and he loves his kid, and that's why.
Absolutely.
I think it comes down to the guy and how involved he wants to be. And I'm not saying Kanye doesn't love his kids, but I'm saying Kanye loves Kanye. Which we know. And there's it's hard when it's hard to love other people when you are in that kind of headspace a little bit sometimes. So Travis loves Stormy more than he loves himself and his life and his career, which is why he's willing to be there all the time. And again, and I give kudos, you know, not only to Kylie and Travis, but to Khloe and Tristan. Tristan has had, I'm not easy on Tristan.
Yeah.
I am not easy on him, but I will say that in the last year, and it has been, of course, because things have been different due to COVID, and he's been able to be around more. He hasn't been partying on the islands and then doing all this stuff with his spare time. He has been with his daughter and his girlfriend and working on making a family unit. And I commend him for that.
Do you think they're engaged, or that they're like getting married soon, or they're hiding something?
I mean, we all know that they're working to have a kid. You know, I wouldn't be surprised that if they were engaged, but I also wouldn't be surprised if that was a gift from him and she's wearing it on her finger. And it's a ring with a diamond, not a diamond ring. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I got you.
I like that. Put it on a t-shirt.
Yeah, I'm gonna be surprised if that's kind of what that is. Like a promise ring of sorts, but they're not like planning a wedding. It's just like I love you. But I guess
I need to get in that level where my promise rings are worth more than most people's engagement ring.
Yeah, get on that level.
I need to be on that.
Awesome, guys. Well, that's all I've got for you today. Anything else that we're dropping some tea about? My makeup?
Oh, your makeup looks great.
If you want to say something, I mean, I know nothing.
No, we did guys, if you are interested in makeup or hair, we do a bunch of hair and makeup tutorials on Hollywood Life's Instagram. So you can go look. Especially you, Nick. I know you're interested.
You can see how I get my look.
Yeah.
My very sleepy, baggy eyes.
It's very sleepy look.
Awesome, guys. Make sure you tune in next week for our Hollywood Life tea drop. Let us know if you want us to touch on anything that we didn't get to talk about.
Personal questions you can ask us now.
Well, ask me some personal questions.
For real.
Get into it.
No, I'm a closed book.
I'm like a Kardashian in my dreams. All right, guys. Talk to you later.
All right. Bye, guys. Peace.
Bye.